Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening and welcome to the Discover Synergy call this evening. We're going to be starting the call in just a moment or two. We'll just let all the people join the call tonight. I can see the numbers are going up. So good evening to everyone joining the call this Sunday evening. My name's Kim Bradley. We're going to be going through the slides in just a moment. But let's just say a few hellos while we just wait for everyone to connect in. So a couple of people that I recognise. Nice to have you on the call, Kat Wilton and Fatima Ford. Lovely to see you, and Jeremy Townsend, Angie Watson and Julie Dalton. You said you'd come on. Thank you for that. My good friend Liz James as well, and Louisa. Nicola Hawks here. Thank you for joining the call. Lovely. Well, it's really good to have you guys on the call this evening, and lots of others as well I can see joining the call now. So let's begin with this Discover Synergy call this evening. My name's Kim Bradley, as I said, and I'm a team director with Synergy Worldwide, and I'm absolutely delighted to share this information with you this evening. The webinar is going to last about 30 minutes, and the aim will be to provide you with a background of who Synergy are. And if you're looking for an opportunity to change your current situation or develop some business skills or to be the CEO of your own company, then this really could be the right opportunity for you. Now, before I dive in to the presentation, it's important for you to think about what drives you to join this webinar or be listening to the recording. It could be any of these I've listed here, or even a combination of some of them. It could be all of them, and well, if it's all of them, then you're definitely in the right place listening to this webinar. For me, really, it began as a journey towards better health, but soon became a desire to pay off the mortgage early. I wanted to change my working arrangements, and I wanted to work towards financial freedom. Now, there's a lot of people who are already working hard towards those goals, and it's important, I think, to balance material rewards with the time freedom that we need to actually enjoy our life with our friends and family and others. For some, it's the ability to take time out when we want, but that's not always possible when you're working in what you might term as a traditional job. You see, I worked for myself for 20 years as a therapist, and found that although I could, generally speaking, choose the hours to suit the family, it came with other disadvantages. I had no holiday pay or sick pay and no pension, and a low ceiling on my earning potential that left me feeling unfulfilled. I was given a very unpleasant reality check on my low earnings about 8 years ago when we decided to move from the hustle and bustle of life in West London to the beautiful countryside in Oxfordshire. We had a meeting with a mortgage advisor at the High Street Bank where my husband and I was declaring our income. He turned to me and said, "We don't need to factor yours in as it's just hobby money." Suffice to say, I was fuming, considering I had 15 years in therapy practice at the time and certificates that could line the walls of our new home if I chose. But despite being a very hard to hear and not very diplomatic on behalf of the mortgage advisor, it did have the effect of making me want a whole lot more out of my life, for my own self-esteem, if nothing else. But then that's when it's hard to know what your options are, you see. I realised I wanted more at that time, and I realised that I had a lot more to give on a much bigger scale. I was definitely playing small in the world. But what to do? I had little previous experience in corporate business. I started my role as a therapist in my 20s. I had no knowledge of stocks and shares, no money to buy a franchise, and no idea how I'd run that kind of thing anyway. But more than that, 7 years ago, I had no confidence in myself either, or even knew what I was capable of. A good friend of mine had introduced me to Synergy products, and they were making a big difference to our health, especially for my husband, because he was at the brink of needing blood pressure medication and statins, which we have now avoided, but also for myself, because as 15 years as a masseuse had really taken its toll on my shoulders, my wrists, my thumb joints, and I'd become so concerned about that to the point that I'd spent thousands of pounds on a no hands massage program to try and address it. I soon realised that the products were of an exceptional standard and decided to look at the business plan. And there were many things about it that excited me that I'll talk about as we go through. I didn't know if I could do it, but making the decision to join and get started was the best decision I've made. My life now is unrecognisable from how it was when I began 7 years ago. The personal development and growth I've experienced that has enabled me to step onto the big stage and give talks was something that I just would not have had the confidence or the belief in myself to have done. We have travelled to so many exciting places and had some wonderful family experiences. I remember when we took my son to Seoul in Korea, and he got the chance to actually try a Korean barbecue in the flesh in Korea, all sorts of things that we've done together. I've met some wonderful people, and I've got so many new friends who are positive and totally inspiring to be around. And last year, my husband joined forces to work with me, deciding that creating a bigger financial security blanket that means he can walk away from his corporate life at some point and do more of the fun things we've been able to do has meant that working together on our family's goals has been rewarding in so many ways. So the direct sales industry is worth £150 billion per year. And it's important to note that it's one of the very few industries that flourishes in both recession as well as economic growth. Synergy has products that cover wellness and personal care, and so therefore operates in 51% of the industry's potential. There are that's over £70 billion annually being spent in direct sales on these kinds of products. Now, I speak to more and more people who are seeking alternatives to medication and wish to age well, feeling well and full of vitality. The industry statistics are showing a growing trend towards self-care. Of course, there's no shortage of companies that offer direct sales model. It makes sense given the numbers of people who buy products through word of mouth.
Ja. Und wir warten nicht noch irgendwie
Combined with the freedom, flexibility and financial reward on offer to those people wishing to start a network marketing business. So if you're interested in joining the thousands of people around the world who are building businesses in this way, I would urge you to do some research and look for companies that can tick these boxes. So we want to be looking at companies that operate internationally. Synergy operates in over 25 markets around the world. And when you build your Synergy business, you have access to all of those markets. If you know someone in Germany or Japan or perhaps the US, they can be a part of your business, either as a customer of the products or as a team member. Synergy is also completely debt-free and financially solid. And this is very important, as the one thing you risk when you join forces with a direct sales company is your time and reputation. Checking factors like a company that will grow with you and not go bust is absolutely essential. Take a leaf out of the book of the thousands of Betterware distributors who recently found the company had gone into administration. It was such an awful shock for those people. I will just say that there's someone that's joined on the phone that's got some background noise, and if they know who they are, they could mute. That would be great. So, recognised for its integrity.
Muted. Unmuted.
Recognised for its integrity, Synergy was voted as one of America's 100 most trustworthy companies by Forbes magazine. In fact, they're the only direct sales company on that list and one of only 4 companies categorised as pharmaceutical to be named. Synergy does its own homework at the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation. Here they research, formulate and validate all of their products, including doing human clinical trials for the solutions before they put them on the market. And this is really unusual. Having worked in the health and wellness industry and come across many supplements over the many years, the level of detail of research that they put into it is very unusual indeed. Synergy employ over 35 scientists and PhD students at the Hughes Centre with a vision to develop health solutions that are scientifically validated. So if you're going to join a company in the direct sales industry, a good question to ask them is, do they manufacture all their own products, including complete visibility and testing of every raw ingredient? Now, there's a lot of companies out there that operate in the health and wellness industry and merely take products from someone else and rebadge them as theirs without having any control of the quality of the ingredients going into them. They are more a marketing focused company rather than research focused, and that's a really important distinction. So when providing nutritional supplementation to your customers, it's absolutely essential that you've got the confidence about their potency and efficacy. There's also a money back guarantee to each customer on their first order. So here's a good example of the quality and potency of the Synergy products. This is the flagship product, ProArgi-9 Plus, which helps with cardiovascular function. It's listed in as the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world in the Physician's Desk reference book. This book is known as a Bible for doctors in the US, listing all kinds of drugs and supplements available on the market. And this was their words that they put about our product in that book. Now, I talked about the benefits of a company that operates internationally. And Synergy operates in 15 countries in Europe, with more opening year on year. Synergy is committed to growing here in the UK. It's one of their largest markets in Europe, yet it's still really only at its beginning. And I've been with the company for 7 years, and it just really excites me that the growth that we have in front of us. I'm a member of the UK and European Advisory Board, which is a group of key leaders in all the European markets that meet regularly to discuss our commitment to sharing best practice and strategy for growth. And I can tell you we are looking for talent within the network to help us to expand that vision. And to show its commitment to Europe, Synergy this year opened a new European headquarters, ensuring that the telephone support and sales and marketing help and customer services will be local to the region and not based in an unfriendly time zone for Synergy team members and their customers. So we were invited to the official opening ceremony in February and met with the new members of staff who are just as passionate as we are about the growth of Synergy in Europe. You could really get a sense of that. So I've talked about the company, its background, and the importance of Synergy doing their own research, manufacturing, and validation. Let's talk about another important aspect of finding the right network marketing business for you. Products that people need. Synergy has created 3 health-based families under the concept of elite health. Purify, products that purify and cleanse the body. Fortify, products that fortify core metabolic functions. And protect, products that protect your health. So here you can see the entire product range that Synergy currently offer in the UK. It is a focused, targeted group, each product designed to work in harmony with the others to provide a real difference in the areas of supporting the body's functions, helping to eliminate things that are harmful, and improving our overall health. Many companies out there are just providing a catalogue of hundreds of products with no clear focus, direction, or unique selling point. which means people do not see their benefits over a competitor, or the distributor is left trying to sell a vast array of products similar to an Avon catalogue. Synergy products are not sold online, apart from the distributor's own Synergy authorised webshop. So in the Purify range, Synergy have products that provide an optimal detoxification and cleansing regime with a very effective 21-day microbiome rebalancing program. Now, the microbiome is a hot topic in health science at the moment. Many articles have recently been featured on the BBC and BBC Radio 4 as discoveries are being made about the root cause of disease lies in the balance of our gut's microbial community. This week, a report by the European Society of Cardiology said that they have discovered a new link between the gut microbiome and artery hardening. Dr. Tripp, who is the lead scientist at the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation, is a microbiome expert and a pioneer in this field. To help fortify our health, Synergy have two different kinds of protein shake, each optimised for a different outcome. Perfect for people looking to either detox, maintain a healthy weight, or perhaps looking to reduce their weight in a structured manner for long-term health management. The E9 is designed for people looking for a healthy alternative to energy drinks. Using good caffeine sources from guarana seed and other natural ingredients that support your heart and your gut health, it gives an energy boost for people on the go, people studying, exercising, or just wishing for some more mental clarity, without any of the chemical burnout that is normally associated with shop-bought energy drinks. In the Protect range, Synergy have their flagship product based upon a Nobel Prize-winning discovery, ProArginine Plus, and if you have not come across this absolutely revolutionary product, I urge you to listen to the webinars in our Foundation for Elite Health series this month to find out all about how it can help your cardiovascular function, your cholesterol levels, sexual dysfunction, and many, many other things. Alongside ProArginine is the Liquid Greens Vitalife and the antioxidant drink Mystipie. Together they're known as the Vital 3 or the V3 system. And they were the first products I used when I first was introduced to Synergy, and they had a big impact on my husband and I's health by taking all three of these. In 2017, Synergy launched its first ever skincare system in Europe. Trulam, after extensive research and testing, is a unique skincare system unlike any other, which aims to add a layer of protection and works deep into the 3 layers of the skin and its microbiome to persuade our own bodies to produce natural collagen and heal and firm the skin from the inside in a natural way. The skincare range is designed for men and women and is very competitively priced when compared to other high-end ranges for sale in boutiques today. The early feedback so far has been impressive, and I personally love good skincare, and I'm impressed with the advanced microbiome probiotic technology and DNA repair that is unique in a market that is very crowded with skincare products. So I have talked about why Synergy, why it's important to check that whatever company you choose to work with in network marketing, you should really make sure that they are international to enable you to grow your business without limits. They're financially solid to make you comfortable with the stability of the company. They have integrity, that it treats its own staff, distributors, and customers in a way that you would like to be treated. They're researchers, manufacturers, and testers of their own products to give you complete confidence in the products you sell, and has a proven market for the products. Health and wellness is a growing market projected to keep growing. And the last point I want to touch on today is the financial compensation plan. How much money can you make, and how much can you make depending on the effort you want to put in. So let's spend some time looking at the way it works and how you can achieve the numbers you see here on the slide, from just covering the use of your own products, which in itself is a fantastic thing, to earning a full-time income of £5,000 or more, or as much as you desire. So firstly, let's look at the fundamental difference between traditional retail sales and a network marketing approach. So in retail sales, products pass through a number of stages, and in each stage, everyone wants to be paid their slice of the pie. So as the stages increase, for example, a big advertising campaign involving a celebrity, then the costs go up. As costs go up, there are only a couple of outcomes that can happen. Either the company increases the price of the product, or they reduce the profit margins that are released to the distributors, wholesalers, and retailers, or they downgrade the quality of the product to make it cheaper. All along the chain, there are costs involved in storage, advertising, sales promotions, as well as the markup that each person adds. With network marketing, the company deals direct with the distributors, and the distributor acts as a retailer on their behalf. In this process, the compensation goes straight to the people who get the products to the end customer. The product is advertised primarily through word of mouth from the genuine experiences that people have with the product. In network marketing, the average company allocates to pay their distributors between 30 to 35%. Synergy pays out 55% of every pound to their distributor network. It's extremely high. So combined with this method of compensation between the company and the distributor is the concept of leveraged income, which enables you to break away from the traditional model of exchanging your time for money, which was certainly the trap that I was in during my therapy practice career. Now, this is nothing new. The concept of franchising has been around for a very long time. Fast food chains were one of the first to franchise their idea. KFC began in 1930, followed by Burger King in 1953 and McDonald's in 1955. The high street coffee houses of Costa and Starbucks both began around 1971. Now we see these franchises all around the globe, and we may think nothing of it. But can you imagine if you had even a small piece of the return for every branch opened? That is the power of leveraged income. It has an unlimited potential, and it is an exciting business model. Now, network marketing works in the same way. You build a team of people that you want to work with, and each person benefits from the success of others. So in Synergy, there is no competition, as you only succeed if you help others to do the same. So the compensation plan is collaborative in nature, as we will see. So Synergy works on a very simple 4-step system, as you can see here. Number 1, use the products. Number 2, share the products. 3, build a team. And 4, coach others. So let's look at these briefly. So number 1, use the products. No matter how great the salesperson, they cannot succeed if they do not believe in the value of their own products. In my case, and the case of many Synergy distributors, the products are the first exposure to the company. I knew how good the products were because I saw for myself what they did for me and Simon, and in turn others saw how we had changed. This is the great way to get customers, by being a product of the product and showing people just how transformative they can be. Of course, there's the added bonus of becoming much more healthy as a result of that as well. Number 2 is sharing the products. So once people notice the difference in you, they will ask you about it. What are you doing differently? What are you taking? What's that drink you're drinking? This is a great way to build up a customer base. Another way is that many people will already have a network of friends, colleagues, and others who would be interested in becoming healthier. Just share your story. and invite them to try the products. Through this, you can achieve a steady customer base of between 5 and 10 people ordering regularly, either directly from you or via the web on your Synergy shop. And you'll be receiving approximately £200 per month in retail commission. Now, for some people, that's all they want to do to cover the cost of their own products, and that's absolutely fine. But if you want to look at earning a greater income, the way to do it is by building a team of people that you want to work with. You can start a successful Synergy business by sponsoring just 2 quality people who want to work with you towards their goals. Now, there are many ways to earn money through becoming the CEO of your own Synergy business. And if you'd like to know about them all in detail, then we ask you please to contact the person who invited you to the webinar, because there are more detailed presentations available on the topic. Today I'm going to concentrate on what I think is the most important and powerful and unique way to earn a long residual income, and it's the Mega Match bonus. It was this bonus that attracted me to the business plan right at the very beginning. Now, prior to founding Synergy, the CEO, Dan Higginson, worked as a researcher at the Covey Institute, and that's a name that you may have heard of. Stephen Covey wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a bestseller worldwide. Part of Dan's job while he was there was to interview different business gurus and find out what made them tick and what made their companies successful. When Dan decided to start Synergy, he adopted these principles and went into the market and looked at all the major network marketing compensation plans, and then built the Synergy plan. Taking all of the best parts of the others, he then added the unique Mega Match bonus. This bonus means that anyone that you personally sponsor into the Synergy business, with no limits on the number of people you sponsor, no matter where you put them in your organization, you match whatever they earn in basic commission, pound for pound, every month for as long as they are earning it. Now, there are some people in Synergy who have sponsored people who have gone on to build a massive business, much bigger than their own even, yet every month they still get a matching basic commission check from them. Now, the Mega Match creates an atmosphere of service. If I can help you achieve your goals, I in turn achieve mine. It's a full win-win situation. And I really liked this philosophy because it was in alignment with my own core values. So let's look at the first step of your Synergy business if you wish to grow, have the growth of your team. So if you retail as you were before with your 5 to 10 customers, and you find 2 who want to do the same and earn their own £200 per month, as we discussed a few slides ago, then when you achieve that, you will have achieved the first business level in Synergy called Star. Typically, this would earn you around £235 that month, combining your own retail earnings and the commission you receive in addition for your team members' activity. Now, it's also important to note that this income is in addition to what they are earning for themselves. You are not taking any revenue from anyone in your team. It is extra income paid to you by Synergy directly. Now, going back to our 4-stage process, the last stage is to coach others in how to build the business, together with your own mentors who will provide you with the support and training all along the way. People who have built network marketing businesses have all commented on the amount of positive personal growth they experience in working in such a positive, team-driven manner, most unlike working in a normal and often negative working environment. The skills that you learn whilst being in Synergy will hold you in good stead for other aspects of your life, with supporting people teaching you things like presenting skills, time management, dealing with people, confidence and communication skills, and technology. I was just saying earlier that this webinar technology, I wouldn't have had a clue how to do this 7 years ago. So in this example, once you and your mentors have taught your 2 business partners to do the same as you did, you would hit the rank of bronze, and that would equate to around £310 per month. The next stage is where it gets very interesting, as you will have gained the skills required to be able to teach people yourself and become a business mentor to others. So in this example of duplication, you have now become the mentor and you are helping your team to teach the system to their new business partners. Now, assuming they help their team grow in the same way that you did, with 2 new business partners and the same retail volumes, then you would hit the level of silver, which would give you a monthly income of around £535. At this point, people are well on their way to becoming the CEO of their own successful business startup with very little upfront capital needed and a good retail profit margin, together with the added bonuses that come when you help others succeed. I have found that helping others succeed is rewarding on so many levels over and above what money can possibly bring. Now, the next level is team leader, and it's a very powerful, as this is when the residual income that we discussed really starts to kick in. By seeing the power of duplication within the team, you'll be earning an income of £1,000 or more per month. And it also brings you very close to qualifying for other incentives that I'll touch on in a little bit. When I hit this level in 2013, it was when I knew that we had built something that was changing people's health, people's lives, and starting to provide us with a way to beat the normal equation of being paid purely on the number of hours I worked. We could see the duplication in action. I made the decision at this stage to reduce my hours in my therapy practice, which was definitely on my goal list, and focus more time on developing my skills to take my team to the next level of success for all. Now, there are many more levels and I won't go through them all, but I will touch on 2 more. We hit team director in 2016, and at this stage I hit my next goal, which was to retire from being a massage therapist completely and work the hours I want in order to build our Synergy business to new heights. I describe my work as full-time Synergy around my life, meaning there is always time for my family's needs, my love of walking in the countryside, my personal care appointments, and lunch with friends. My husband Simon works part-time in Synergy, and working together has been a really positive experience for us and has enabled us to share our strengths to help the team progress even further. At Team Director, you can be expecting an average income that starts at around £3,000 per month. At this point, your business partners in your Synergy business are becoming successful themselves with a residual income as well. Our next goal is to keep the business growing and hit the executive levels, the first of which is Pearl Executive, which brings in an average monthly revenue of around £10,000 per month. On a personal note, my goal here is to be mortgage free, and I may feel a little smug about that as I think about what that mortgage advisor said to me, who, to be fair, was probably the catalyst to getting me to think outside my glass ceiling in the first place. But it's important to state at this point that we are not doing anything differently to what we did at the beginning. The key is to just follow the system and not overcomplicate it. The system works if you work the system. Now, as I said earlier, at team leader, you are earning a residual income, and the next level above that, team manager, begins to unlock other incentives such as vacations, team building events, and luxury retreats, all expenses paid. Now, depending on the level you hit, you can qualify for these incentives as part of the Synergy Success Track. This year, a number of people in the UK have qualified for the Leadership Treat, which is a 5-star 1-week break in Formentera, which is a lovely small Spanish island off the coast of Ibiza. You can only get to it by ferry. It has idyllic beaches and lovely, lovely scenery. We fly there next week and are looking forward to spending time with our international friends, as we've made so many wonderful people that we've met in my time in the business, like-minded people who want to get on in life by helping others succeed. And we'll be taking part in some team bonding and some leadership training as well. Now, the Directors Retreat is an all-expenses paid trip to Synergy headquarters in Utah, and that includes the factory tour and a huge center for research and innovation, as well as some days in Las Vegas. And the Legacy Retreat this year has just happened, just last week in fact, in Fiji, and by the photos it looks to me like they all had an absolutely amazing time. So to end this business presentation, I would like to reiterate that the way to become a successful CEO of a Synergy business is to follow the Synergy success cycle, a 4-step plan that is proven to work if you work it. If you are looking for more information about a network marketing business, please bear in mind the key points I mentioned earlier when selecting the company. Is it international to enable you to grow your business without limits? Is it financially solid to make you comfortable with the stability of the company? Is it with integrity that it treats its own staff, distributors and customers in a way that you would like to be treated? Does it have research and manufacturing and test its own products to give you complete confidence in the products you sell? Does it have a proven market for the products? The health and wellness is a growing market projected to keep on growing. And does it have a collaborative compensation plan? And if you would like more information or have any questions at all, please contact the person who invited you to the webinar. And whatever you decide to do, both Simon and I wish you the very best of success in your adventures. And we really thank you so much on this Sunday evening for taking the time to listen. And I wish you the best and enjoy the very best of the rest of your evening. Good night.